Hey, man, as a Canelo fan right now, I can't speak for every Canelo fan, but I'm pretty sure most Canelo fans want what I want, right? Canelo versus David Benavidez in 2024, okay? I don't think it's gonna happen in Cinco de Mayo. Because remember, like Canelo fights 2 times a year, right? Cinco de Mayo and September for Mexican Independence Day. I don't think it's gonna happen for in May, right? That which is Cinco de Mayo. And Canelo said he's meeting with Al Heyman today to discuss future plans. You know, there was like this thing, he might fight Jamal Charlo, he might fight Munguia, or he might fight Terrence Crawford. He did come out and say, I don't know where those names came from. I don't know where people got those names. But who knows? We don't know yet, right? All we know is he said he's meeting with Al Heyman today to talk about future plans. Now, I do think it's going to happen in September. I really think Canelo versus David Benavidez is going to happen in September. And it's like, it just feels like to me it's catching traction. There's a lot of people talking about it recently. You know, Canelo has been asked a couple times. Mauricio Sulaiman got asked about this at the WBC convention, and he just got asked about it again. Now, I understand a lot of people don't like Mauricio Sulaiman. I don't care for him either. Like, there's nothing to like. Like, what am I going to like? I don't care for Mauricio Sulaiman. But listen to what he has to say about the David Benavidez versus Canelo in 2024.
A little bit hot topic in boxing, recent big fight, Canelo Benavidez. I'm sure you are very aware of what happened there. You know, going into 2024, everybody wants to see, obviously, Canelo fight David Benavidez. And being that David is his mandatory, my question is for you is just how likely are we to see that fight?
I'm certain it's going to happen. It's a great fight in all aspects. Both fighters won the fight, and we gotta do it very intelligently and lead them to the process so it doesn't break. And I'm sure the fight is gonna be one of the best of next year.
You know, and I, again, thank you for that insight. I think a lot of fans would ask, because we've seen Canelo make certain decisions in the past. If Canelo were to decide, you know, hey, you know what, for this year, for whatever reason, I don't want to fight David Benavidez. Is the WBC in position, you know, with David being the mandatory, to make that fight happen? Or how much, not leeway, I don't want to say leeway, but how much room does the WBC have to actually enforce that fight? Because it's obviously the one fans want to see.
That fight is the fight to happen. And as I said, I'm going to be very close to both camps. And for a big fight, it has to be the perfect timing, the perfect conditions to make the fight as big as possible. And I'm very positive.
He said this fight's going to be one of the best next year. Now, I'm not an idiot. I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time Mauricio Sulaiman said a fight's going to happen or a fight's most likely going to happen, and it didn't happen. Obviously not. But I just feel like it's like really catching traction. And I really do believe this fight most likely is going to happen in September. And I'm pretty sure most people saw this interview too with Canelo. I'm not going to play it, but he basically said the same thing. He said great fights, big fights take time. And I'm sure they want to make the most money out of it, man. Obviously, right? This is going to be, like, in my opinion, this is going to be Canelo's biggest fight. Like, he's not... Once he fights Benavidez, he's not going to have another bigger fight than Benavidez, right? Let's just be real, right? So I'm pretty sure they want to do it in the right way, so it just makes the biggest, as much as money as possible. And with this whole Amazon Prime Video deal and PBC, with the whole PBC and Amazon Prime Video deal, I think it makes this fight happen even more. I think it gives it even more chance of it happening next year, because PBC needs to put on the craziest fights next year. And what bigger than Canelo and David Benavidez? And the reason I say PBC needs to put on the craziest fights next year, because, like, come on, dog. It's the first year with Amazon. They're gonna want to show Amazon, dog, look at us, man. We put on the craziest events. And I'm pretty sure Al Heyman, like he said he's meeting him today, is going to get in his ear and say, hey, this is the fight to make. And obviously, David Benavidez wants this fight really bad. And I'm sure Canelo wants this fight really bad too, man. Let's be real, dog. I know a lot of people in comments and videos are saying, oh, Canelo is ducking. There's no way Canelo is scared of David Benavidez. Come on, dog. There's no way Canelo's scared of David Benavidez. Canelo fought Triple G 3 times, bro. David Benavidez, I know a lot of people like, I like David Benavidez too. I'm not a David Benavidez hater at all. But Triple G is a bigger puncher than David Benavidez. Come on, dog. And he fought him 3 freaking times, man. So I really think this fight will happen in September. And recently, it just feels like it's catching traction. Recently, it just feels like more people are talking about it. Like more and more people are talking about it. And Canelo's being asked about it. Mauricio Suleiman's being asked about it. And me, as a fan, like I said in the beginning, this is what I want. And I know a lot of fans want. And I just want Canelo to beat David Benavidez, man. So the next day, I could be like, hey, guys, like, come on, dog. Who else you got, man? Because I know this is what always happens, bro. So everyone pins someone against a great. And then when he beats him, it's like, oh, this was that. Now you got to fight this one. It's always going to be that. As long as Canelo fights, as long as any great boxer fights, there's always going to be people saying, hey, you're ducking this guy. You're ducking that guy. You're ducking this guy, man. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. Do you think Canelo versus David Benavidez will happen in 2024? Let me know what you think of this in the comments. That'll mean the world to me if you like and subscribe. But don't forget to hit the noti. Thank you so much for watching.